Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got new mods and we have got some updates too. The map Geistel by Lucas G, that says that a new save game is not required. We've got the Joskin Cobra by Duysens-Agri Nico do 55. We have got both by Just Farming. We have got the Skoda Enyaq Coupe Plus and the Skoda Kodiaq RS Plus. We've got the Wood Biogas by Modding Killer. The Mahindra 6000 8000 series by Ortin Modding. We've got Tillamook Oregon by Shanty Boys Map Creations. Nuclear Salmon, new save game is required on that. Bin Pack by Barney, Grain Boxes by A2OK, House by A2OK, and we've also got Farm Building Pack by Castor DS Agro Service. Starting us off with the mods then, we've got the Polish Old Barn by Questa, 15.78 megabytes download, 36 slots and 30,000 to buy for the shed version, 36 slots and 30,000 to buy for the silo version. The silo version holds 75 now. This is a curious one, we'll check this as well. They look exactly the same, difference is this one in silos will take, well, it says bales and small cubes, which I'm not sure what that meant. So I thought maybe it must mean pallets. I tried one pallet, didn't work, and I thought maybe it just means these ones. Now I've got liftable ones here. It doesn't seem to want to know. It just seems to be bales. So unless it meant bales and like the small bales, like the little liftables, maybe. Anyway, so put that back up. So it should be. Oh, no, it's not taking that either. Oh, there you go. Maybe I did have it far enough over. Let me try that. Was I not far enough over? No, hasn't taken it. Bales are up there, as you can see. And then did we have a light switch in this one? I think we did. There we go. Switch on light. Got little lights that come on. I like the way they come on. Yeah, one at a time. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Nice. So as I said, build mode, sheds, build mode, silos. The only thing I will say, there's no customization option, is the stork's nest up there is, I'm not quite sure how it's just kind of, it's perched, let's say that. Next to that, we've got the small manure heap pack by Smety, 0.69 megabytes download. These are all twos. There are all two slots. There are 4 of them under silos and 4 of them under silo extensions. So I'll just show you the ones under silos. So just down here, various different configurations. So we've got that one there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. The capacities on those and prices. 5 grand, 80,000 litres, 8 grand, 160,000 litres, 16,000, 220,000 litres, and then 12 grand, 240,000 litres. It's interesting, isn't it? I suppose it's less wall. That's a single wall, and then you've got the bit out there for collecting. So those would need to be placed near an animal pen. They haven't gone in, just an out, so they would fill up gradually. The small manure heap pack. Next, we've got the small wind generator with lamp. There's not a lot of wind today, as you can see. This by Raider, 2.84 megabytes download, 6 slots, 7,500 to purchase. Build mode under our factory section and out to generators. And this one was 0 to 6,000 per month, depending on the amount of wind, I guess. Generally, that's the thing. When it gives you a 0 to, the maximum is 6,000, but you might not always get 6,000. It depends if it is a weather dependent, as you can see. There's no light switch on it. I assume the light comes on automatically. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Next to that, we have got this, the Wooden Machine Shed by Weksi. 3.74 megabytes download, 8 slots, 10,000 to buy. Build mode and sheds is where you find it. Again, with this, no light switch, no customization options. It comes as it is. Not bad size, actually, quite tall, so you can get some taller vehicles in there. Or if you're wearing a big hat or whatever it is, you can fit underneath this. A little bit of decoration, not too much going on, but enough to kind of give it a live to some. Is that a bolt or a... I was just saying, that's a big old nail, it's a bolt. Anyway, there you go. That's the Wooden Machine Shed. Next, what Shed? This by Matiss, 17.71 megabytes download. This is 40 slots, 9,000 to buy. Again, build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. So we've got this section in here. I don't think we've got lighting, maybe on the inside of the other bit. We'll check that in a moment. Again, a little bit of decoration on this as well. side cover. This is one of those ones you can imagine started off as just the block bit, and then those add-ons have been put on over the years, kind of thing. And then you've got this main section just here. Mind that, because when I opened that last time, that pushed me. Mind your head. Should have a hazard warning stripe on it. No, I don't think it's lights in this one at all. There you go. Shed. Next to that, we've got Sawmill. Just here. Nice. 9.08 megabytes download by Happy Mole. 16 slots, 30,000 to purchase. Build mode and factories is where you'll find it. There was no customization option on this one either. Come around to the front here, click on this, and we've got planks, wood, planks, long wood, prefab wall wood, wood beam. So it's wood in and all those things out. Now the recipes on this are interesting because the first one, planks wood, is 416 wood to 410 planks. So that's a good ratio, and 120 wood chip. But then it gets a little bit less on each one after that. 416 to 275. So it's quite a big drop if you're doing planks long. Prefab wall, obviously it requires a little bit more, I guess. 412 to 100. That one doesn't give you wood chips. And then the wood beams, because obviously they're making the wood beams. So in the sawing process, you're getting wood chips as a byproduct on all of those things. So putting in around the side there with your wood option there for logs and whatnot. And your pallets will spawn out the front there. Sawmill. Next, and you can probably hear them, we've got just here, this is the pack of small Polish chicken coops by Blodisgo. 12.93 megabytes download, 16 slots and 17 slots, 15,000 each. Each will hold 20 chickens. So rather than having one with 3 options for configuration, there are 3 separate ones. So if we go to there, across to our chickens, that's not chickens, that's sheep, just here. So you got this one here with the white brickwork. Nice weathering on that as well. That one there, the brick one we got out, we'll have a look at that in a second. Then that one there, which is a sort of darker, older, almost like blockwork, I guess. But maybe it's that one. The first one is this one, but painted white, I guess. Like I say, all the other options and things I have already mentioned. What I like about this as well, you've got the small door down here. So you can open and close that. I mean, they've still come through it, but it's, you know. It would be cool if you could shut them away at night. That would be. Did that stop then? I wonder if that would have come through. Let's just close that. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Main door we can open. It does have a light in here as well. Feed was just at the front here. Pallets of eggs were spawned around the side there. Nice and straightforward, that one. There you go. That's the pack of small Polish chicken coops. Next we've got, oh yeah, just here we have got the one-axle trailer by Consi. This is 7.25 megabytes download, 4 slots. We've got this, well, we've got multiple versions. There's a small version, this version with higher sides, and then you've got this version over here with, which has got 2 tanks in it, which holds 2,000 litres of various different products. I've got buffalo milk in it, does milk, herbicide, liquid fertiliser, a few different bits in that, which is quite handy. So this you'll find, these were under trailers. They weren't under miscellaneous or low loaders or anything like that. But this one also has an option for transportation of animals. As you can see there, you can have 1 cow, 2 pigs, or 2 chickens / goats. 220. That's cheap as chips. So configuration box, 1,700 litre. That one there with the extension will do animals, but also 4,300 litres. But 4,300 litres of forage crops, because obviously it's got the bars, you can't put grains in it. It will do grasses and all those kind of things. So forage crops in that version. And then the barrel version, like I say, 2,000 litres of various different things, then back to box again. So we got on this options. Now, this is important. If you leave it all on old, if you come down to rim colour, if I change the rim colour, say to orange, nothing happens. But if we go up to here and we go wheels new, then you get it, because it's obviously, you know, they're too worn or something, I don't know. Anyway, chassis, new or old, box, new or old. We start off on old on all of them, and then we can switch to new if you want a lovely, pristine looking trailer. That's entirely up to you. So, in this configuration, as you can see, we can unload if we want to. So if we just, oh, I'm not in the wrong zone for doing that. But anyway, we can open the flap, which does that. Open our dialog box, then we can pick, let's say, 1 cow, 2 pigs, or 2 sheep or goats, if you want to. Nice. Close flap. detach that. Let's go on to the next one. So that's the one axle trailer. Next we have got, what was this one listed as? This was just, oh, this is flatbed trailer. This is really, actually, I'm not even quite sure why I'm hooking up to this. I don't need to hook up to it, do I? Of course I don't. What am I doing? There's tension straps, as you can see, look. It looks like this, and we've got some tyre configuration options. What I have found with a lot of these as well, pin hitch or ball hitch, I couldn't get these to hook up to my side-by-side that I have on my test map, which was curious. I don't know why. Anyway, they wouldn't. I suppose because it's supposed to be a ball hitch thing, unless you've got 3-point on it. Anyway, it wouldn't, just in case anyone was interested. This you'll also find in this trailer section. You probably saw it as we scrolled down before, just there, 15,500. I can't believe how cheap that other one was. So we've got, on this one, we've got Continental, Trelleborg, Reimstein, BKT, Michelin, back to Continental. So on the Continental, we've got standard wide. I think it's standard wide on each one. Pretty much. Reimstein, BKT, Michelin just had that. Yeah. Main colour does the top bit, as you can see. Design colour does the chassis underneath. Let's go completely white so you can see that. And then rim colour. License plate option is available. I've got none on, but you can if you want. Hang on, I'll say that. Yeah. There you go. Straightforward. I know I keep saying that a lot. I like straightforward. I don't like complicated. So that's the flatbed trailer. Next we've got these. Now I'm not going to lie, I'm not a big fan of this, and I'm going to, not this mod specifically. There are two mods, and I thought one of them had been changed, but it hadn't. We've got two mods today that have come out which have required mods with the mod by the modder, both of which I don't get. It makes no sense to me. I understand why. Again, I totally get it, because if you're making mods and you want more downloads, then if you make them required mods on maps or required mods with a mod, then you're going to get more downloads. I totally understand that. I understand why it's happening, but it's frustrating. This, for example, so this is the Krone BigPack 1270 VC by HerrSeme. The required mod on this is buyable bales, which is also by HerrSeme, I believe. This comes with a wrapper as well, but my question to that is, if you're using this baler, then you're making bales, aren't you? Because you'd buy the baler to make bales. Therefore, why do you need the buyable bales? Because if you're going to buy them, then you don't need a baler. So the buyable bales mod's been out a while. It's interesting how they've been bundled together. It's a curiosity. The other one we'll talk about when we get to it later on. But anyway, that doesn't take away from the mod itself. It's just one of those things. It's a strange situation. 18.91 megabytes download, 14 slots for the baler, and as you can see, we've got the option on the back here for bale collect. I hope this doesn't catapult me into the stratosphere. That has happened before. And then we've got the wrapper, which is 6 slots, and as I said, they're by HerrSeme. Now that's been put in because I believe these do different. The bale sizes are the same, but I think the capacities are different. Although it still says 180, 220, 240, and I think that only wraps 180 square bales. It will do round bales, but if you're going to do square bales, it has to be 180, I think. And this is a square baler. So if we go into here and we go to our balers, we'll look at the options on this. So we are currently sitting there, 173,000. It's not cheap. It's not a baler wrapper either. It's you know, very pricey. Configuration standard or with bale collect, which has another $5 on top. Beacon lights, yes or no. Additional twine boxes, yes or no. And then we got standard twine or empty. Silage additive tank, yes or no. I think I'm sure it said 120 litres of silage additive. That's that. 190 horsepower required. And if we come across to our wrappers, that's the base game version, and this is the version that comes with it. We've got running wrap white, black, green, nature green, empty if you want to fill it yourself. Back to white again, so no extra colours or anything on that one. So let's jump in the tractor. What's it say there? Yeah, I'm sure it says 120 litres. So beacons, as you can see, nice lighting on it. If we unfold the baler, lower the pickup. Have I set this bale to? Yeah, I've set it to 180s because if I'm going to try the wrapper out, I generally speaking, when I do balers, I don't it's not normally the capacity of the bales which I'm sort of focused on. It's normally the bale size. I just kind of go by the bale size. It does. I'm trying to think actually. Does it actually say what the bale capacities are in the description? It just says higher density. Gives you the options. But it doesn't. Very popular chamber dimensions 120. No, it doesn't say what they are, but we'll see what the grass one comes out at. Isn't that a standard bale size? I'm not quite sure why. That's curious. Let's see this collect. We need to get 3 bales on here. Should push one to the side, one to the other side, and then one in the middle. Did I set it to auto unload? Can't remember. Of course we didn't quite get it in. Yeah, we didn't get catapulted off into the stratosphere. That's always good. Right, turn that off. Don't know why I turned that off. Let's disconnect that. I'll go and get the wrapper, and we'll wrap one of these bales. Now I don't normally use these. Turn on automatic drop. Unfold bale wrapper. Folding is not allowed. I'm not trying to unfold it. I'm trying to unfold bale wrapper. Doesn't it just work like this? Will it work if I just come alongside? I can't remember. But I say I don't tend to use these ones. Try to put the bale onto it. Why is that not working? That's for my sunroof. L1, R1. Unfold. No. Won't let me lower it. That's what? The image on the website shows this sat flat on the floor with the bale being wrapped. Why is that not unfolding? Folding is not allowed while the tool is attached. Well, how must what? Okay, now it's not attached. So I don't tend to use these. Can't enter the vehicle. How do I? What do I? Hoobity waddy? What's happening here? There you go. I just need to lift the boat onto it. It's just not sitting flat on the floor. So I don't know why it's not unfolding. Like I say, the image on the web on the thing shows it sitting flat, which I guess is what it's supposed to do. It's wrapped the bale, it's dropped it off, it's, yeah, so, I'm not sure though, I don't, that's a smaller bale than, anyway, that's the baler, that's the wrapper, that's what it does, that's how it works. The Krone BigPack 1270 VC. Next, we got this. I'm always panicked about these sorts of things. I know previous versions of these types of things, they tend to get a little bit, they get a bit fractious when they're being held, when they're being grabbed. This is the box tipper by NicoPix. 7.44 megabytes download. You'll find it on telehandler tools or wheel loader tools, and it will have options for both. And then there are pallets which are empty, which you can then fill up with various different things. 2 slots for the actual grab, and then 1 slot for the pallets. You'll find the grab, as I said. If we come to telehandler tools first, and it'll be under wheel loader tools as well. There's the box tipper. And then you've got the option for telehandler or wheel loader, and then we can change the main colour to anything you want, like so. And then if we come down to our pallets, I'll go all the way down to pallets rather than the vegetable section. It's easier to find them here. But if we come down to there, there's your fillable pallet, and that will take your root crops, including potatoes, or there's just a potato one. So if you're just doing potatoes, it's a potato box, or there's one that will do all of them, including potatoes, if you want to. 4,000 litres on each of those. So I have filled this one up with carrots. What should happen, he says, L1, R1, and that opens that up. Now, as we get closer to this, now what's happened in the past, previous versions of these, you just kind of rely on the fact the forks will hold it. This one gives you the option to connect. Press X, we grab the pallet. Good, that's a good start. Then we can close the top down, and that rolls around and holds in the front. And we've got our box. Let's say previous versions of these, at this point, the box would be shaking all over the place and freaking out, not having a good day. And then when you get to wherever you're going, they should do... Oh, it took the whole thing. I was going to tip that. You're supposed to tip it. That's... What are you doing, Sell Point? That's... Anyway, when you get to your location and you're ready to tip it, R1 and right stick side to side tips the whole thing up like that, which is really cool, all the way over. So you can... look at... I mean, that's... Woo! Super duper. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah. Oh, blimey. Never work with children, animals, or box tippers. That's the rules in the entertainment business. So there we go. Box tipper. That works really well, actually. There was no shuffling of the box. I think because it connects, that gives a nice, strong foundation. That's the box tipper. Next, I'm going to show you this one. Well, I've got this one out, but I wasn't going to get this one out, but we have. Anyway, this is the Hawe ULW 5000 by Alice Agra Ole and Reimstein, I think it is. 16.49 megabytes download, 6 slots, 50,000 litres, and this is an auger wagon. You'll find it in that section. And you'll find it just there. 115,000 takes your standard auger wagon, chase the bin of crops, including seed and fertiliser. We've got the option for Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Weksi, back to Trelleborg, rim colour, license plate option there as well. Those are options. 350 horsepower required. And then, oh, I remember why I got this one out. Cover, open and closed. Pipe out. It was the pipage. There was lots of pipage going on. So we've got R1, right stick up and down, raise and lowers the trailer so you can get the trailer level. Right stick side to side. We'll bring the pipe up and down, and then if we get a bit closer, L1, R1, that was L1, L1 and right stick up and down does the nozzle. So we can do the nozzle, the pipe up and down, and raise and lower the trailer, and it does, yeah, auger wagon stuff. There you have it. Next we have got a selection of trailers. Again, I got these out, I'm not quite sure why, but I did. Anyway, so next up we've got this. This is the Krampe TW 800 by Waffle, 7.12 megabyte download and 4 slots. And next to that, we've got the Fortuna FTM pack by AgrarModding AGNADRIAN, 10.35 megabytes download, 6 slots and 5 slots. There are 2 of these. And it says there is a camera available compatible with the Mercedes-Benz pack DLC with a compatible tractor. So quite specific. You need to have a tractor that's got a monitor or a lorry or whatever it is will hook up to it, but it does have a camera option on that if you are going to utilise that system. So again with this, under trailers, and we come to there. There's our TW800 options on this. We've got standard or with extension, 40 or 46,500 litres. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Matiss, BKT, Reimstein, back again. We've got decals, like so. Mudguard, yes or no. I'm on the right one, aren't I? Just double check that. Yeah. I got one of these out. I'm thinking, I don't remember looking at these options. I couldn't have just plucked the trailer. Anyway. Mudguard, yes or no. Chassis colour, body colour. I mean, I kind of guess you know what the chassis is now. The bottom down there, body colours, top bit, rim colour, license plate option there as well. Yeah, lovely job. And then 2 Fortunas. We'll walk around each one as well. Anyway, the 2 Fortunas. So we've got the double axle, just there. Options are the same on both. That one's 44,300 litres, and then we've got the triple axle there. A little bit more expensive, 53,000 litres. Big old unit. So options on this: Trelleborg, BKT, Reimstein. Back again. Design, we've got without protection or with side protection. Side impacts stops people going underneath the vehicle in another vehicle. Reflectors, we've got no. Reflector yellow, reflector red, reflector white, back to no. Without camera or with, puts a little camera on the back underneath. Main colour, you've guessed it, does that. Rim colour and license plate option there as well. So I say. Nicely made and detailed. For your this is very slab-sided, but a big old unit, isn't it? I always think of the Fortuna trailers I'm sure it's with the Siku diecast model tractors and stuff. The very small scale ones of those, like kind of matchbox car size. I'm sure it's Fortuna trailers that always come with those. I think sometimes Krampe trailers as well, but that's what I always remember. Fortuna trailers coming with the Siku. It's weird, isn't it? What things stick in your head. Anyway, there you go. That's both of those. Next we have got this, which is representative. This is the Joskin Terrasoc pack by Duysens-Agri Nico do 55. 16.47 megabytes download, 8 slots. There are 5 of these in different configurations and sizes. So cultivator, slurry, digestate spreader, all in one. This is an attachment that goes on the back of an already prepared slurry tanker. So it's not in its own right. It's under slurry tools, but you are going to need a tanker such as that, which has a 3-point link on the back, which will hook an attachment onto. If you're new to the game, if you're not, you know that already. That's fine. So we start here with the Terrasoc 2800, 3600, 4400, 4400, 1996, and then we've got the Terrasoc 5200. Options are pretty much the same on all of them. I say pretty much the same. So we've got 2019 version, 2010 version, 2000 version. Pipe colours, we've got black, green, or blue, sort of blue striped. Those are the options on, let's say, pretty much all of them until we get to this one here, which is only the 1996 version, doesn't have the other options on it. And obviously, sorry, sizes on this as well. 3 metre, 4 metre, 4.8, 4.8. That one, we've got the 2019, 2010, 2000, and then that one is the 1996 version of the same thing. And then we went for the larger one, which is this one, 2019, 2010. Doesn't have the 2000 option on this one. Same with the hoses. 5.6, did I say 5.2? 5.6 metres. 5.6 metres. So, what should happen now is, if we unfold this, pipes all attached to the actual tanker when we're good to go. Turn it all on, drop it down. Slurry while you work. So there you go. It does the thing. It's, yeah. No, I keep saying that, but yeah, it's what it's supposed to do, and it's doing it. As you can see, because it is a cultivator, it is bringing up stones, which it will do, sort of a subsoily type thing. So we are going to get stones coming up while it's doing it. That may inform your decision as to whether you want to use it or not. That's up to you. I'm just showing you it. Next, we have got, where did I put it? Just over here somewhere. So this is the second one that's got a required mod. This is the electric conveyor belt by Hot Online Team, 12.63 megabytes download and 8 slots. Now the curiosity with this as well is, in the description it says, because it's an electric conveyor belt, which is quite cool, this will pick up from the ground. It says it will pick anything up, which it shows that it will. It says you can charge it at any electric charge station. So you think, oh, okay, that's pretty nifty. So it's kind of that, but with the extension of that-ish. 23,799. But then one of the required mods for it is charge station with solar panel and storage is a required mod, although it says in the description you can charge it up from electric point. So I don't know why. Hey, it is what it is. Main colour, you can pick anything on there, and that will choose your main colour. That's it. That's what you get. So, and it will need recharging at some point. I mean, if you're absolutely hammering these things, as you can see, when you hook it up to a tractor, it will put the hitch on. If I take it off the tractor, did I have that engine running already? Maybe not. So then what we've got is jump in, start the motor. So you can drive it. That was the same. I already had the motor on. So you can drive it, move it around to get into position. L1, right stick up and down. Like that. It's got beacons on it. It does have beacons on it. That's pretty nifty. That looks like there's a camera on there. It doesn't mention a camera. Does it mention a camera? I didn't think it did. Tank can be refilled at electric filling. Yeah, at electric filling stations. It looks like a camera. There's no option to change the camera. Anyway, R1, right stick side to side is your extension. Like that. Let's zoink that right out. And then we can turn on conveyor belt. I tell you what I did try with this as well, because I thought, wouldn't it be cool if... So I bought over a bale. And it might work with the small bales, the little mini handheld ones. I bought over a liftable bale and put it on its side, and it just sat. It didn't do anything. I don't think it will work with that. We used to have one. Was that back on FS19? That bale conveyor? That thing was awesome. I loved that. Anyway, so what should happen? If we back up there and we just unload here. Put a bit of a pile down so we're not actually unloading onto the belt, because this does say it will pick up from the ground. Guess we're going to find out, aren't we? There we go. Whoa! I just had to get into the thing. There you go. Boom, done. That's pretty rapid as well. And if we come back to here as well, does it say what it will take? No, it doesn't say what it will take. Conveyor belt picks up from the ground and transports the product directly into any trailer without the need to connect additional conveyor belts. Yeah, it doesn't say what it will take. And like I say, it would take me ages to test and check every single thing, but the fact it did that, yeah, it does the job. There you go. Nothing else to say about that, really. Electric conveyor belt by Hot Online Team. Next, we've got this, and this also being a representative. This is the Grimme GT170 KS75 2/4 by Matt26, 17.22 megabytes download, 2 slots and 2 meters for one of the toppers, 3 slots and 3.2 meters for another of the toppers, and then 13 slots for the GT170. However, the GT170 has an option on it to have a topper built in, which kind of renders the toppers moot. So I didn't get one of the toppers out. I mean, the topper's a straightforward thing. This is for potatoes. So we go to our vegetables and go to potato technology. So there's our first topper. So if you want to top first, take all the tops off when it's ready to harvest, you can use that one, 45 horsepower required. You can use that one, which is a little bit bigger, 65 horsepower required. And then we've got the harvesting unit itself. Now this doesn't have a bunk. It doesn't have anywhere for the potatoes to go. It just goes up the thing. All the dirt and stuff's supposed to fall out of them, and then it goes up the conveyor belt, either into a vehicle that's going alongside it, a trailer, or I guess onto the ground, which can be then picked up later on with other things. So you've got topper no or topper yes. So if you put topper on, which has 10 grand on, then you don't need to top beforehand. You can top as you go. So that's what we've got. I'm assuming if I go pipe out, that we're going to have to go. I think we have got the option on this one as well for adjustment of that. So depending on what you're unloading into, onto, let's say if you unload into the ground, I guess you want it as low down as possible, because you don't really want to be dropping the potatoes from a massive height. Turn it on. Drop the pickup down. Do I have to unload here? Let's go unload here. There we go. And then what should happen? So that is now topping and collecting, harvesting at the same time, and the potatoes should. Yep, there you go. So the potatoes every now and again are. Why is that stopped unloading? Unload here. Oh, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? So you've got to have something run alongside all the time. We had one before that did this, didn't we? The unload here wouldn't stay on because this doesn't have a capacity. So you've got to run it, otherwise you're going to lose potatoes because they're not. We run to the end of the row and see what happens. So I'm not unloading at all at the moment. There's nowhere for those potatoes to go. So am I just going to lose potatoes, or when I get to the end of the row, we'll have a massive pile of potatoes when I unload? Because where are those potatoes going? That's frustrating. I'm not going to lie. I guess it's designed to be worked with another person. Yeah, just a small amount really. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a small bit of kit for what it's supposed to do. And the fact you can have the topper on it so it'll run the whole thing automatically. But you are going to need to either set this on a worker, which I guess you'd have to do, and then you would just come alongside it and it would unload. You'd have to run alongside it the whole time though, which again is another one of those harvesters that it is designed for multiplayer work really, otherwise it becomes a bit of a pain, doesn't it? And regardless, again, I'm just showing you it's here. The Grimme GT170 KS75 2/4. Next I'm going to show you in here, because these are straightforward as well. I think we kind of all get the idea of what these will do. Under corn headers, we've got the Geringhoff Northstar 630F and 830F by Nico do 55, 11.88 megabytes download, 8 slots times 2. There are two of these, 4.5 meter and 6 meter. So we've got them just here. There's the first one. We can change the design color like so. As you can see, they do fold. And then we've got this one here, the 6 meter. Again, pick your poison. And yeah, they'll do your corn and sunflowers, which most corn headers do. Straightforward. Next we have got, I thought I was going to show this one as well, because again it's an obvious thing. Where is it? It's under forage wagons. Just here we got the Pöttinger Jumbo 8380 DB by Julie 7250 and HerrSeme. 10.8 megabytes download, 13 slots, 38,000 litre capacity, and it is just there, 123,800. We've got, now this is a weird one as well. So I guess you can just have it as a trailer if you want, because this is a forage wagon, but you've got the option for pickup, yes or no. If you don't have a pickup, then how do you pick up? Don't know. Anyway, you got the option for that. Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Reimstein, back again. We've got the 25-year Jumbo logo decal on the side if you want it. On the back, we come with a billboard. So you can have with billboard or without billboard. And then we've got cover yes or no, like so. Silage additive tank yes or no. So if you're running grass, you get your bonus for running silage additive. You get a bit of extra grass thrown in for free. Is it 5%? I'm sure it's 5% bonus you get if you're running silage additive. There's your Pöttinger Jumbo 8380 DB. Next, we've got this, the Massey Ferguson 9407S by owner Emre, 11.95 megabytes download and 7 slots. You will find this under telehandlerage. Just here, just there. 93 grand for 122 horsepower. Where does that put that? 145, 141, 136, 170. Oh, okay, that's lowish, I guess, isn't it? But it is less than all the others. Actually, considerably less than all the others. Yes, there you go. 93 grand for said vehicle. We've got Trelleborg and Knockin. I think it was just those two options. Yeah. No tyre choices within those, just those. Rim colour option on there. And license plate too. Hop in, start it up. Lights, beacon. We've got our up and down, in and out. There's our boom length. Tilt and whatnot. We have got all wheel steer. We've got front wheel steer. Crab steer left. Crab steer right. Back to all wheel steer. Interior. There you go. The Massey Ferguson 9407S. Then finally, we've got just here the Class Action 800 by Smety. This is 21.43 megabytes download and 12 slots. We do have a new map out as well, which I will get onto straight after this. Apologies for the delay in the mod review coming out. Map tour will follow, and that is it Blodisgo, I think it is, by Matiss, I believe. Yes. So the Class Action then. This you'll find under medium tractors, just there. 160,200 for 197 horsepower in its base configuration. We've then got 235 horsepower, 250 horsepower, 264, and then back again. So 264 being the highest this will go. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Matiss, BKT, Reimstein, knock-ins and back. And Trelleborgs, standard wheel weights, widen weights, weights 2, rear twin, twin, narrows, narrow twins, communal, and then communal 2. What was the difference between the communal and communal 2? Communal nothing. Did anything change there? Couldn't see anything change. Is it rim? Weird. Mudguard. This is at the back, so you've got standard and a wider mudguard at the back. So yes or wider. Front fender, yes or no. Side sign, we've got EU or US. Work light, standard or extra lights. So it puts extra lights at the top of the cab or extra lights at the front, just above the indicator stalks at the front. Beacons, we've got 1, 2, back to 1 again. GPSs, now this is all various different things inside the cab. So we've got Copilot, we've got Sebis, I think it is. S3, S10, no. I think I went S10. So it puts thing on the roof and it puts a monitor inside as well. Attachers, this was at the front. You've got standard attacher, 1,600 kilo front weight, 3-point link with PTO. Back to standard. Front loader attacher, quick, Hawe, class, back to no. We can have a Sorry Pro compact. We can have the sensors up on the wing mirrors if you've got precision farming on. Main colour, anything on that palette does all of that. Design colour, let's go yellow, does the grills. Rim colour, license plate option there as well. I will just double check, seeing as it did give us the option for a class. So I'll just double check and see if there was a class front loader as part of this mod. I mean, it will say in the description, but I just sort of have a look while we were here. There we go. Jump in, start it up. There's our horn. No doors or windows. Lights, beacons. That monitor I said about, I've gone for the S10, that's that monitor just there. Yeah. Nice tractor. If you've got the ultimate colour configuration, or I can never remember what it's actually called, I think it's that, isn't it? The Giants mod. I've gone with metallics on this, but you can, you do you. And that's it for the mods. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.